an all-weather pitch and, for the most part, an all-seater stadium. The first truly winter Saturday of the season, giving full justification, at the outset at least, to the far-sighted at Loftus Road. They were working on this pitch as early as 7 o'clock this morning, a lot of volunteers swelling the numbers to 3 figures. Most of the snow has been moved onto the terraces or in front of the seats there, and at one end the terracing is not being used, but people sitting in the stand paying the same price as they would have if they were standing. Took a certain amount of time to remove the rock salt from the pitch, but the powder variety will prevent it icing up should the temperature drop markedly. But one of the ironies of the afternoon is the fact that at least part of Terry Venables, the home manager, must have been hoping that the game could be called off, because he's without 5 of his regular players. Francis, Carey, Allen and Hazel all injured, and Simon Stainrod beginning a 2-match suspension today. But that gives an opportunity to a 19-year-old Irishman, Ian Stewart, who's been scoring goals regularly for the reserves, so he takes over from the club's top scorer. The Barnsley side is exactly that which we saw beat Manchester City in the Football League Cup. And although every team coming here has to adapt its style, it won't be quite so difficult for them because they have an all-weather surface to practice on in Barnsley. A fact which I'm sure Norman Hunter, the Barnsley manager, will appreciate. The referee is Dennis Hedges of Oxford. And both these sides starting the match with 30 points from their 18 games. Barnsley in 4th position, QPR in 5th, on goal difference. Flanagan. Stewart, the break is right side with Micklewhite. And Chambers can't make it. McCarthy blocked twice then, the second occasion from Seeley. Micklewhite. Gillard. Flanagan faced by Evans. Through the gap by Waddock. Micklewhite, worth the crack. Is it going in? Oh, Seeley's arrival, in fact, I think denied it going in. Certainly chased it in, looking for the touch, didn't quite get it, and it travelled up his leg, and he took it away. And Micklewhite therefore denied. Here's Gillard. Gregory. And there was no second touch from Seeley, otherwise Hall might have been in the wrong corner. Yeah, Hall doing a good job. And Alop wanting to. Barraclough. Waddock. Gillard. Stewart. He's made room for himself. Here's Seeley. Banks, who was better angled, and found it the ball a possibility as a result, but now they're in trouble. But the whistle has gone anyway, I think for offside. Lovely header from Flanagan, back to Gregory, to Micklewhite, to Seeley, off the right foot of Hall. Some space then on the right, and that was a nice build-up by Rangers. Riley. Played by Waddock. Stewart, oh, that's lovely. Three in the middle for Rangers. One of them is Gregory. Well up by Evans, who's having a really good game. Here's Stewart. And the 19-year-old Irishman isn't doing too badly either. Six up for Rangers, and it runs through to Stewart. Perhaps initially surprised to get it. Got underneath it, and the opportunity was lost. Riley. Aylots. Hit it well, but just wide. He watched that well. Certainly had Barrett scurrying. Rather mixed reception. As we come to the end of the first half, with Rangers having had slightly more of the play, but no goals to show by either side. Well, there's only been one scoreless match at Loftus Road this season, and as far as Barnsley are concerned, only once have they failed to score away from home, and on every occasion they've conceded at least one goal, so surely the deadlock here has got to be broken. Here's Aylott. McHale. Riley. A change of mind. In the end he looked for a scoop over a goalkeeper he thought had come forward. McHale. Joyce. White. Well, it was a good run. He was always going to have to go to his right to get the shot in. In the end, couldn't get any real angle to test Horn. Chambers. Riley. Seeley. Flanagan out to the left, he just couldn't control it. Gregory knows where Flanagan's gone to though. And it comes off his shoulder to Gillard. Header out with some Barraclough. Waddock. Gregory. Gillard. And it bounced right in front of the goalkeeper. And fizzed wide of his left-hand post. Gregory, good save by Horn. There were two men on the line behind him, and he made sure that it was his. Gregory. Glavin. Rhoda. Flanagan. Gregory, well reached by McCarthy. Flanagan! And at last the breakthrough. Long curling cross, and Flanagan's 99th goal of his league career with 72 minutes gone, and he's happy he came, that's for sure. Fair enough bit of pointing. If it's kept down that end, there'll be no danger to Rangers' victory. I don't think Micklewhite quite intended that. Gillard. Stewart. Chambers. Barraclough. We're into the last minute. Clavin. Barraclough. Haylock going to the left, Riley the other way. Howe between the two. Just a hoof from Micklewhite. Micklewhite. Evans hasn't lost much in this match, but he did then. And Flanagan denied his 100th goal by Chambers. Haylott. McHale trying to send Glavin away. But he's beaten by the whistle. And the Rangers get reward for their endeavours before the match and during it. A match of great pace and one or two memorable moments of skill, one by the only goal scored by Mike Flanagan. Purely personal observation, rather too much ping-pong football, but Rangers rewarded on the day and for their ambition in the longer term.
Terry, do you see that as total justification?
What, the result?
No, the fact that you could play and got the win.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the effort and by everybody and the supporters all around the ground this week, I mean, it's been terrific. And to see a nice green park in this part of the world, I think, is something exceptional. And, of course, to win as well has made it all worthwhile, yeah.
How did you actually think the pitch played?
I think that there's a bit of frost in there, but I don't think anything under the normal circumstances could compare to how that played.
And was a great deal better than not playing at all?
Absolutely, yes.
But you do see this as still the start of the experiment. There are things that have to be learned about what you can do with it.
Yeah, I would think so, but still, I mean, let me ask you a question. Would you say there wasn't any good, skillful football and the crowd enjoyed what they saw?
I would have thought there was a lot of skill, and the crowd obviously enjoyed it, but I would also have thought there was a certain amount of what I would call ping-pong football being played.
Ping-pong football, what's that?
Great deal of ball bouncing around and players trying to get it under control.
Oh, well, balls do bounce, or most balls bounce, but at the same time, I think that the ball's got to be controlled. And if you can control it, I mean, there's certain players that the balls didn't bounce with. And that is a matter of good control and good skill. That's not because they've practiced on it. I mean, they show some good skillful play. And the boy that's made his debut today, the ball was always dead with him. Never a problem for him.
Yes, Norman Hunter's view was that obviously you have more practice on it and it was that much easier for you because of it.
But is that what we're arguing about? Is it because Queen's Park Rangers, or are we talking about the future of the game? We're talking about clubs that are going to go skint shortly, and we've heard about them this week. And if this is going to keep them in business and keep people in jobs, they should be saying, well, let's get on with it. Otherwise, there's not going to be any clubs and there's not going to be any jobs. So they've got to open their minds and broaden them rather than close them. Because it's not managers and coaches who are going to make decisions about these pitches. It's going to be directors, because they're the ones that are going to have to keep subsidising football clubs. And at the end of the day, they've had enough. They expect clubs and stadiums to subsidise themselves. Otherwise, there are businesses outside football that subsidise the football clubs, and we've got to keep our fingers crossed about them ones.
So it's not only about whether Rangers win, it's the future of the game that really concerns you.
It's the future. It's a little bit important if Rangers win, yeah.